Welcome back to the Claude Code Full Course. Before we dive into this module, here's what we covered in Part 2. How Claude Code works through an agentic loop that gathers context, takes action, verifies results, and repeats. This loop is powered by a model like Sonnet that does the thinking and tools like read, bash, and write that do the doing. You learned about 5 tool categories, 3 models, Sonnet, Opus, Haiku, and how the context window is Claude's working memory. The key insight: delegate the how to Claude, and you provide the what and why. We've completed the Foundations modules, Installation, How Claude Code Works, and /commands. Now we're entering Core Features, the next 7 modules that show you how to customize Claude Code for your specific workflow. These are the features that transform Claude Code from a useful tool into an extension of yourself. Memory and Claude.md for persistent instructions, skills for reusable workflows, subagents for parallel work, MCP for connecting external services, hooks for automatic guards, and plugins for bundles of everything. This module, Module 3, is the first in Core Features and introduces /commands, the shortcuts that make Claude Code faster and more powerful. Think of /commands like speed dial buttons on a phone. Instead of dialing a full phone number every time you want to call someone, you press one button and the call goes through. /commands work the same way in Claude Code. You type a / and one word, and Claude executes a specific action immediately. The phone comes with built-in speed dial entries you can use right away, and you can add your own custom entries that do exactly what you need. This module teaches you how to use both the built-in commands that ship with Claude Code and how to create your own custom commands that match your workflow. Let's look at the 4 types of /commands you can use in Claude Code. First, built-in commands. These are the 55 shortcuts that come preloaded with Claude Code. Things like /help, /clear, /model, and /compact. They work immediately with 0 setup, so you can start using them the moment you install Claude Code. Second, skills. These are custom commands you create yourself. A skill is a SKILL.md file that holds reusable instructions, can include variables, shell commands, and tool restrictions. When you invoke a skill with /migrate, /deploy, or /security scan, Claude follows the instructions in that file. Third, plugin commands. These come bundled inside plugins, packages that include skills, hooks, and agents. When you install a plugin, you get all these commands automatically. You access them with syntax like /plugin name, command. Fourth, MCP prompts. These are templates provided by connected MCP servers. When you have a database, GitHub, Slack, or another service connected via MCP, it can contribute its own /commands to your session. When you type /foo, Claude Code checks 4 sources in a specific order. The first match wins. Built-in commands are checked before skills, which are checked before plugins, which are checked before MCP prompts. First, Claude checks if the command is built in. 55 commands like /help, /clear, /model, /compact. If it is, that command runs immediately. If it's not a built-in command, Claude checks if it's a skill. Skills are files you create, so Claude loads the SKILL.md file, parses the Frontmatter, substitutes variables, runs shell commands, and sends the instructions to Claude. If it's not a skill, Claude checks if it's a plugin command. Plugin commands come pre-bundled in plugins, packages of skills, hooks, and agents. When you type /plugin command, Claude loads and executes that plugin command. If it's not a plugin command either, Claude checks if it's an MCP prompt. MCP servers can contribute their own /commands, So if you have GitHub or Slack connected, you can invoke their prompts directly with /m, c, rs, or similar. These are the 11 essential built-in commands you'll use most often. /clear wipes the conversation and starts fresh. /compact compresses context to free space, optionally focused on a topic like the auth module. /model lets you switch between opus, sonnet, and haiku mid-session. /rewind goes back to a previous checkpoint and undoes recent changes. /plan enters planning mode where Claude designs before coding. /effort sets thinking effort to low, medium, high, or max. /resume picks up a previous conversation where you left off. /diff opens an interactive diff viewer for uncommitted changes. /cost shows token usage statistics for the current session. /context visualizes how full the context window is and what fills it. /branch forks the conversation into a new parallel session. Creating a skill starts with a SKILL.md file with YAML Frontmatter at the top. The Frontmatter tells Claude Code how to run the skill. Name defines the command name. Description explains when to trigger it, so Claude can auto-invoke the skill. Argument hint suggests what arguments the command accepts, like up-down status. Disable model invocation. True is critical for commands with side effects like deploy and commit. It prevents Claude from auto-triggering them. Allowed tools restricts which tools the skill can use, adding safety by limiting what the skill can do. Below the Frontmatter, you write the actual instructions for Claude to follow. Skills are dynamic. They pull live data at runtime through variables. The $arguments variable contains everything you type after the command name. If you type /migrate up, $arguments becomes up. If you type /branch feature login, $arguments becomes feature login. Individual arguments are available as $0, $1, $2, and so on. If you type /migrate up staging, $0 is up and $1 is staging. This lets you reference each argument by its position. The command syntax runs a shell command before Claude sees it. The output of that command is injected into the skill. For example, git branch, show current outputs the current branch name. If you're on the feature login branch, this becomes feature login in your skill. The @file syntax includes the contents of a file in your skill. @readme.md inserts the entire readme content. @config.json includes that JSON file. This lets you pull an external context without hard-coding it. Some skills generate a lot of output, scans, audits, research. Running those in your main conversation fills it up and reduces space for your actual work. Context fork solves this by running the skill in a separate subagent. You set context, fork in the Frontmatter, and the skill runs in an isolated context window. Results come back as a summary, and your main conversation stays clean. You can also set agent. Explore to specify which agent type runs the skill. Context fork is perfect for security scans, code audits, and any task that produces large output. Here are 6 common mistakes to avoid when creating skills. First, don't create a / command for a one-time task. Skills are for repeated workflows. If you only do something once, just type the instruction directly. There's no point in creating a command for a single use. Second, always include a description field. Without it, Claude cannot auto-invoke the skill because it doesn't know when the skill applies. Describe the trigger conditions clearly so Claude knows when to call the skill automatically. Third, don't put complex logic inside SKILL.md. SKILL.md is instructions for Claude, not a program. Move the actual logic to scripts in the skills scripts/directory and call them from your instructions. Fourth, avoid hard-coding file paths. When the project structure changes, hard-coded paths break your skill. Use $CLAUDE_P or OJECT_DIR and dynamic command syntax to reference files dynamically. Fifth, always set disable model invocation, true for commands with side effects like deploy, commit, and migrate. Without this flag, Claude might auto-trigger your command when it thinks the code is ready, causing unexpected deployments. Sixth, use clear, descriptive names. Naming a skill/SR instead of /security review means you and your team will forget what SR means within a week. A good name describes what the command does and should be immediately understandable. Here's the decision framework for using /commands. If you need a quick action mid-session, use a built-in command. They need zero setup and cover the essentials like clearing context or switching models. If you repeat the same workflow every week or month, create a skill. Write it once, invoke it with /forever, and add variables for flexibility. If the skill produces large output like a security scan, use context, fork to run it in an isolated subagent. This keeps your main conversation clean and maintains plenty of space for your actual work. Next, we'll learn about memory and Claude.md, persistent instructions that survive across sessions.